Good morning and welcome to MBN TV Mega News at 8. I am El Samuels. Let's begin with the headlines.
Vice President joins Sister City's 70th anniversary, calls for stronger Africa partnerships. In business, Ghana targets 15 months of imports cover by 2028 to strengthen economic stability. And on the international front, 1 month after earthquakes, Venezuelans still search for loved ones and answers.
And those are the top stories. We'll bring you this and many other stories coming up live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Numwa Adugono. We also live across all our social media handles on MBN 360. Details of the stories coming up right after this break. Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has called for a deeper partnership between Africa and the global community whilst addressing the 70th anniversary celebration of Sister Cities Internationals in Washington, D.C.
Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has underscored the importance of strengthening people-to-people diplomacy and expanding partnerships to drive sustainable development across Accra. Speaking at the 70th anniversary celebration of Sister Cities International in Washington, D.C., the Vice President highlighted the role of city-to-city cooperation in promoting economic growth, cultural exchange, education, and innovation. She urged governments, businesses, and local authorities to deepen collaboration in areas including trade, technology, climate resilience, youth development, and investment. The Vice President said stronger partnerships between African cities and their international counterparts would create new opportunities for inclusive growth and shared prosperity. The Sister Cities International program has for 7 decades fostered global cooperation by linking cities across countries to promote mutual understanding and development.
Moving on, the Minister for Climate Change has called for a stronger community-led initiatives and local solutions to tackle the growing impact of climate change, stressing that the national efforts alone are not enough.
The Minister for Climate Change says meaningful progress in addressing climate change will require active participation from communities, local authorities, and civil society. Speaking at a climate-focused event, the minister urged citizens to embrace sustainable environmental practices, including tree planting, proper waste management, and the protection of forest and water bodies. The minister noted that localized climate action can help communities adapt to the increasing threats of floods, droughts, extreme heat, and other climate-related challenges. The government, the minister said, remains committed to implementing policies that promote climate resilience, renewable energy, and sustainable development while working closely with local stakeholders. The call comes as countries around the world intensify efforts to meet global climate commitments and protect vulnerable communities from the effects of climate change.
We all agree that climate change is a behavioral phenomenon, and the need to engage the assemblies, the local authorities, is of paramount importance to my office. Now we're looking at how to encourage the assemblies to establish a climate and sustainability unit in all the DC assemblies. And what are they supposed to do? They're supposed to engage in advocacy. They're also supposed to engage in reporting on climate-related activities. They are supposed to drive behavior and influence behavior at the local authorities. And we know that the most vulnerable has to do with our rural communities if you talk about the shocks of climate change. And we all know that anytime we have these shocks, livelihood is affected, homes are displaced, education is affected, the whole value chain of our livelihood is affected. Now, most of the times we find some of our women and children migrating from one place to another because of the hazards of climate change. So we feel that as the local authorities, we should make this effort to have this engagement where we share capacity, we share our understanding of the effects of climate change, and also for us to put them in readiness for the creation of the climate and sustainability units in other assemblies.
Now we move straight to the Ashanti region where tensions flared at the Ejisu Municipal Assembly after the assembly members were locked out of the assembly premises, preventing a scheduled vote on a motion of no confidence against the municipal chief executive.
Confusion and heightened tension marked proceedings at the Ejisu Municipal Assembly as assembly members found the premises locked ahead of a planned vote on a no-confidence motion against the municipal chief executive. The unexpected closure stalled the meeting, with members expressing frustration over their inability to proceed with the constitutional process. The circumstances surrounding the lockouts remain unclear, although the incident has sparked concerns about governance and administrative procedures within the assembly. Some assembly members have called for an explanation from the appropriate authorities and urged that the matter be resolved promptly to allow due process to take its course. Officials are expected to announce a new date for the meeting as efforts continue to address the impasse and restore normal operations at the assembly.
Going forward, since the election couldn't come on today, all the 28 elected assembly members have resolved that we are giving an ultimatum of 1 week starting today, that the woman, that is the MCE, Honorable Jerry Asante, should in her own will put up a resignation letter and recuse herself from the office. Or we are pleading to the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to replace Honorable Jerry Asante within this said 1 week, or else all assembly members, we will not continue to work with Honorable Jerry Asante. If after 1 week she continues to be here, we will come and register our displeasure by not allowing her to work as MCE. Thank you. Yeah. In fact, when we came and met the place locked. We contacted the estate officer, and the response we got was that the MCE instructed her personal aide to come and take all the keys, Edumbewa, that's her personal aide, to come and take the keys to the assembly hall. So the aide has come to take the keys to the MCE. So now we don't have access to the hall. That is why we are sitting here for this press conference. Yes, in fact, when we came, we called the Electoral Commission to come and supervise the election. The response we got from the Electoral Commission is that he has received a letter that the meeting should be postponed. Aside that, we have also had a letter through our presiding member from the regional minister that the meeting be postponed and that he should direct assembly members not to have the meeting. And we are saying that per our model standing orders and at 963, nowhere is it stated that an RCC or regional minister can order an assembly or a district not to have a meeting. It is clear in our standing orders that the only person that has power to convey a meeting or to postpone a meeting is the presiding member. And that letter that we received, we are not giving attention to that letter. Thank you.
Now, from the national affairs, we turn our attention to the economy after the break.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To book a room with us, call 055-5940-103 and 0241-972076. Locate us at Teshi Nungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A-Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth.
Now, on the business front, Ghana is targeting a significant increase in its foreign exchange reserves to achieve 15 months of import covered by 2028 as part of measures to strengthen the economic resilience, protect the economy against external shocks.
Government says it is working towards building stronger foreign exchange buffers to support economic stability and improve confidence in the Ghanaian economy. The target of 15 months of imports cover by 2028 is expected to provide greater protection against global economic uncertainties, including commodity price fluctuations and currency pressures. Import cover measures the period of countries' foreign reserves can finance its imports without relying on additional external inflows. Economic managers say increasing reserves will help stabilize the credits, support monetary policy, and reduce vulnerabilities associated with external financing challenges. The strategy forms part of broader efforts to improve fiscal management, boost export earnings, strengthen domestic production, and build a more resilient economy. Analysts say achieving the targets will require sustained growth in foreign exchange inflows, increased exports, and prudent management of public finances.
Now we shift our attention to the world of sports, where Ghanaian swimmer Abeku Johnson has set a new national record in the men's 50 meters backstroke at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games, securing a place in the reserve list for the semi-finals.
Team Ghana swimming captain Abeku Jackson has made history at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games after breaking the national record in the men's 50-meter backstroke. Jackson clocked an impressive 26.48 seconds in the heat, improving on his previous personal best and surpassing the former Ghana record of 26.84 seconds held by Jason Arthur. The performance earned him qualification status for the semi-finals as a reserve, keeping alive his hopes of progressing further in the competition. The Ghanaian swimmer's record-breaking display adds to his growing list of achievements on the international stage and highlights the progress of Ghana's swimming program. Team Ghana continues its campaign in Glasgow, with other swimmers and athletes preparing to compete across various disciplines as the country targets strong performances at the Games.
Now, moving on, your health is our priority this morning. Experts are raising concerns that heavy menstrual bleeding is often underestimated despite its potential impact on women's physical health, emotional well-being, and daily activities.
For many women, heavy periods are often dismissed as a normal part of the menstrual cycle, but medical professionals say the condition can have serious mental consequences. Experts warn that excessive menstrual bleeding may lead to complications such as iron deficiency, anemia, severe fatigue, and reduced quality of life if left untreated. Beyond the physical effects, heavy periods can also affect women's education, careers, social activities, and mental well-being. Health professionals are encouraging women experiencing unusually heavy bleeding, prolonged periods, or severe pain to seek medical advice rather than suffer in silence. They say greater awareness, early diagnosis, and access to appropriate treatment are key to addressing a health issue that affects millions of women worldwide. The call forms part of broader efforts to improve conversations around menstrual health and reduce stigma associated with women's reproductive health.
And that was our health report. Away from there, we look into the technological world. Well, technology continues to shape our daily lives. From household appliances to poor Reuters placements, several unexpected factors can weaken Wi-Fi signals and affect internet speed. Experts say simple adjustment can help improve connectivity and provide a more reliable online experience.
A weak Wi-Fi connection can be frustrating, especially as homes and businesses increasingly depend on the internet for work, communication, entertainment, and education. Experts say some everyday objects and environmental factors can interfere with wireless signals, including thick walls, large metal objects, electronic devices, and even the placement of a router. Microwave ovens, cordless devices, and overcrowded wireless network can also contribute to slower speeds and unstable connections. To improve Wi-Fi performance, users are advised to place routers in open and central locations, keep them away from electronic interference, update device software, and consider stronger routers or Wi-Fi extenders where necessary. Technology specialists also recommend securing networks with strong passwords and regularly checking connected devices to prevent unnecessary bandwidth usage. As digital dependence continues to grow, maintaining a stable internet connection has become essential for homes, businesses, and institutions.
And finally, we take you beyond Ghana's borders, where 1 month after a powerful earthquake struck part of Venezuela, families are still searching for missing relatives while authorities continue efforts to assess damage and provide support to affected communities.
A month after the devastating earthquakes, uncertainty continues to grip many Venezuelan families as they search for loved ones and await answers about those still unaccounted for. Rescue teams and emergency officials have continued operations in affected areas while communities struggle to recover from the destruction caused by the tremors. Many residents have been left without homes, basic services, and essential supplies, increasing pressure on authorities and humanitarian organizations to respond. Families of missing persons say they are desperate for information, while some continue visiting affected sites in the hope of finding their relatives. The disaster has renewed calls for stronger emergency preparedness, improved infrastructure, and greater support for communities vulnerable to natural disasters. As recovery efforts continue, Venezuelans are demanding answers, assistance, and a clearer path toward rebuilding their lives.
And that brings us to the end of this morning's mega news at 8 on MBN TV. But before I take leave of you, we take a second look at the stories making headlines.
Vice President joins Sister City's 70th anniversary, calls for stronger Africa partnerships. In business, Ghana targets 15 months of imports cover by 2028 to strengthen economic stability. And on the international front, 1 month after earthquakes, Venezuelans still search for loved ones and answers.
Thank you. you for joining us for a comprehensive update on all the stories shaping Ghana, Africa, and the rest of the world. Stay connected with MBN TV across all our social media platforms. I am El Samuels. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. MBN TV, your news, your voice, your future. Good morning.